Hi friends, do you find the lag between your budget and the materials that you have selected for your interiors? Don't worry, I have a bridge that will take you to your desired results. You may have a primary budget in your mind based on your financial status, but the final budget of your project may differ from the primary one. Today, let's see how do you arrive at the final budget that goes close to your primary budget. Coming right up. Hey, I'm architect Nilesh Sawant, having an experience in the field of architecture and interior designing for last 25 years. If you truly want to understand the field of architecture and interior design and want to know how it really works on site, then subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss anything. For any interior design project to start taking shape, there are few basic considerations amongst which budget is the basic component. This basic component is the most important and major ruling part of your project. So if you get this right, it will be a very pleasant journey for you, and the end product that you get will be nothing less than a pride for you. But to arrive at this, you must first know how it works and what should your take be. The budget has three entities. Number one, cost of the material. Your budget majorly depends on your own choices and selections of raw material. Number two, cost of labor and making. This part is controlled by current labor rates in the market. Number three, the consultation fees. The consultant's fee is an integral part of the budget and cannot be neglected. But this is an overlook of the budget. Let's get further educated on the percentage breakup of this. By the thumb rule, approximately 50 to 60% goes in the cost of material. The balance 40 to 50% goes in the labor that works for your project and make it look the way you dream it to be. Now, on the total 100% of the project cost, consultants' fees is approximately 10%. It might be lump sum also, depending on the nature of the project. But here arises a question: can I not control or regulate the final budget? Yes, you definitely can. Just follow a few simple steps. There are three checkpoints where you can majorly regulate the flow of your investment on your interior project. Checkpoint number one: materials. Major part of your budget is materials, and hence value engineering can help a lot. Try to take your designer's help here, as the materials that you select give your space the final look and feel, but at the same time, it might sometimes exceed your budget. So, in this case, you may smartly make adjustments while selection. Any interior design project has three types of materials. Type number one, raw materials which needs to get worked on so as to get converted into finished product. Type 2, off the shelf purchase as finished products. And type 3, white goods and services like electrical fixtures and fittings like air conditioning and automation. So, in this case, the value engineering can be keenly done without hampering the overall look and feel of it. For example, you may use rich materials or highlighters in the moderate quantity so that the budget doesn't get majorly affected. You should always consult your designer while making such choices. Remember, you may negotiate on quantity, but do not compromise on the quality. Checkpoint number two, labor. Normally, the labor cost depends upon the labor contractor that you select. But know that there are two types of contractors. Type number one, who work with material and labor, and type two, who work with only labor when material is supplied by the client. Ask your designer to get a comparative quote for both the types. You may take a call after going through the quotations. Both the categories have their own advantages and shortcomings. We will surely make a detailed video on it to help you soon on this subject. Checkpoint number 3, consultants. At this checkpoint, there is not much you can do, but you should know that a project needs a team of various consultants, such as structural consultant, electrical consultant, plumbing consultant, HVAC consultant, and project management consultant. But the head of these consultant team is your architect. So discuss and fix the consultation fees. After all, your architect will be responsible for legal and physical actions on the site. So by now you must have got few answers on budget. Now let's understand further details of it. Your project needs various agencies like civil, carpentry, electrical, gypsum and POP, plumbing, etc. To know how much is being spent on each category, ask your design consultant to provide a detailed quotations. You should make sure all the items are included in the quotation to avoid confusion at later stage. Now, after educating yourself with all this information, you may now try to regulate the flow of your investment by following hacks. Hack number 1, try to ask for the available substitute of the material or items that have been listed. Hack number 2, you may try to revise the details for value engineering. For example, some part of your design may be flowy or of a different shape. It may definitely look good, but requesting your designer to change its shape or texture, as it will save the material wastage and cost, won't be considered as unreasonable. Hack number 3, try to find a lookalike of your selected material which is available at a lesser cost. Hack number 4, avoid natural materials like wood and marbles for framing, which gets hidden by a finished materials. Concentrate on exposures rather than enclosures when it comes to value engineering. Now, to know what are exposures and enclosures, watch my video on material selection on my YouTube channel. The link is given below. So to sum it all up, I would advise you to give a clear idea of your budget to your designer before you start your material selection. Have overall 7 to 10% contingencies over and above your budget so that the project doesn't get affected due to lack of budget provision. It's very ambitious to expect the final work to get completed exactly within the budget, though there are few certain exceptions. And last but not the least, consider government taxations while arriving at the budget. Once you consider all this, your final budget will be close to what your primary budget was. If you like this video, then see similar videos on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Happy budgeting and designing.